May I now request our guest of honor, Shri M. Narendra, to address us.
Good evening and greetings to all of you from Indian Overseas Bank. It is a great occasion that we are all assembled here to witness as well as appreciate and congratulate the efforts done by the team Primacy to rebuild with a renewed vigor and more determination and confidently this new premises of the industry. On behalf of all of you and from Indian Overseas Bank, have the great pleasure in congratulating Team Primacy for the extraordinary speed with which they rebuilt. Similarly today, as all mentioned, that we have the presence of a great role model for all of us who has taken his dreams as India's dreams to the world over, Mr. Narayan Murthy, N.R. Narayan Murthy, as well as Mrs. Sudha Murthy, along with the presence of Troy Professor from the USA, R.K. Sehgal, and a very young and energetic Gautam Pai. I have been always inspired by his thoughts on leadership, thought on taking great strides in dreams. And he's a believer in a concept which I am also a believer, that is big, hairy, audacious goal. We have to think big, and even though it looks very daring, very difficult to achieve, but with our will effort, it is definitely possible. And similarly, his dream of 2005 from India to the world over, and today occupying an industry which we thought may be a very small industry, but is a great industry like candle industry. And when we went along with our chief guest to see, then only we could understand how bright this industry. So that is the effort of Mr. Gautam Pai and Mrs. Gautam Pai. Similarly, equally, all of us are quite aware of the role played in the field of education, field of health, field of printing industry, by here represented by Satish Pai and Mrs. Sandhya Pai, and also in the journalism. I think their inspiration and their role model has inspired Gautam Pai to take this lead, and they are also present here to see and they are the support behind. And with this, today, I had the opportunity to come and participate. So I thank Gautam Pai for having invited me, that too with the great personality like Narayan Murthy. It is very apt today that his facility is being inaugurated by him, because he is man of ethics and he is a man of great values. So actually when we heard the news in January 2013, I had the opportunity to talk to Gautam Pai, and the way in which confidently and a very great determination we will make it to possible within 1 year. I felt really that here is a person who cares for the employees, who cares for the industry, and he, in fact, with the least support from the institutions, even though he mentioned, but he has made it possible with the least efforts. And today, on the eve of Pongal and Makar Sankranti getting inaugurated, I can guarantee that this has got a great future ahead. Of course, we were reminded that Thomas Edison in 1914 had a factory in West Orange, New Jersey, which was virtually destroyed by fire. Although the damage exceeded $2 million, the buildings were insured only for $238,000. So, because they were made of concrete and were thought to be fireproof. Much of the Edison's work went up in smoke and flames that December night. At the height of the fire, Edison's 24-year-old son Charles searched frantically for his father. He finally found him calmly watching the fire, his face glowing in the reflection, his white hair blowing in the wind. My heart ached for him, said Charles. He was 67, no longer a young man, and everything was going up in flames. When he saw me, he shouted, "Charles, where is your mother?" When I told him I didn't know, he said, "Find her, bring her here. She will never see anything like this as long as she lives." The next morning, Edison looked at the ruins and said, "There is a great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start still new." So with these 3 weeks after the fire, Edison managed to deliver the first phonograph. So the immediate thought that comes to my mind on hearing this story is to live life optimistically. We have to have challenges, and in the challenges we have to give challenge. So some of his thoughts, probably in the light of this incident, are quite profound in their meaning, serve as simple maxims on how to lead a quality life. There is no such thing as failure, only that they are unexpected outcomes, ready to guide us for our future work. Thomas Edison says, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." Negative events of our life have to be viewed as a temporary setback on the path to success. There has to be full commitment to accomplish something. He says, "Nearly every man who develops an idea works it up to the point when it looks impossible and gets discouraged. That is not the place to become discouraged." Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. So after trying 10,000 times to develop an electric lamp, Edison proclaimed, "I have not failed, but I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His commitment resulted in the invention of the electric lamp. I believe that when there is full commitment, God will be always on our side. Probably many others call it as good luck. So Napoleon Hill, the inspiring author of many books, says, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." So it requires a committed effort to internalize this thought. Looking on the bright side of everything will give us great strength to face life's challenge. All these are known to Gautam Pai and his team, and I know that is how they have accomplished these great things, of course, with the blessing of God and the good wishes of well-wishers like all of us. So Sri Gautam Pai and his team have displayed this optimistic attitude in bringing his factory up and running with a short span. I wish Primacy Industries a very bright and prosperous future. They say that during darkness it is better to light a candle than to curse it. But the candles from Primacy do more than just giving light. The fragrance from your candles, which has their great sincere wish to bring prosperity to the world, has captured many markets abroad. Let it spread more. The art in each candle demands great appreciation. Let your creativity cross many more benchmarks, because for excellence there is no limit. Limitless excellence. With these few words, on behalf of my personal behalf and my behalf of Indian Overseas Bank, where touching the hearts, spreading smiles, good people to grow with, we are with you to take you to the world over. Wish you all the best.
He dared in the face of what looked like insurmountable challenge. Going ahead, who can better inspire us than the one and only Shri N.R. Narayana Murthy, Executive Chairman, Emphasis. I request you, sir, to please address us.
Shri Gautam Pai avare, Talitaya avare, Narendra avare, ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲಿರುವ ಇತರ ಗಣನೀಯರೇ, ಅತಿಥಿಗಳೇ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರೇ, ಮಹನೀಯರೇ, ಈ ದಿನ ಇಂತಹ ಸಂತೋಷವಾದ ಸಮಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ಚಿರಋಣಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌತಮ್ ಪಾಯ್ ಅವರು, ಶ್ರೀ ತಲಿತಾಯ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯನ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವ 850 ಮಂದಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಸಂಸಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಉತ್ತೇಜನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ನ ರಫ್ತು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತಿರುಗಾ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಭಾರಿಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕರು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅಪ್ಪಣೆ ಪಡೆದು ಮುಂದೆ ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. Folks, I am extremely grateful to Mr. Talitaya, Mr. Gautam Pai, and every one of you for this kindness, this affection, and this generosity of inviting me to participate in what is truly an extraordinary occasion. This is an occasion that demonstrates the power of optimism, the power of aspiration, the power of courage, and the power of concern for the society. It is an extraordinary example of leadership. Late Robert Kennedy used the words of George Bernard Shaw and said, "Most people see things as they are and wonder why. I dream of things that never were and say, why not?" This particular example of not wailing, not crying, not being dispirited, not being demotivated when the factory was burned, and then say, "I will bring back this factory to life in less than a year." This is truly a great example of what late Robert Kennedy said. This is a wonderful example for the adage, "A plausible impossibility is better than a convincing possibility." It was very easy for them to have said, "Look, this unfortunate event has happened. Therefore, let's not continue this factory and let's do something else." But their concern for the 850 families of this city, for the future of the children of these 850 families, for the health of the aged parents of these people working in this factory, and for the growth of exports from this country. Every one of these is highly laudable. We must all show our gratitude and appreciation for what Mr. Pai, Mr. Talitaya, and every one of this factory have done. I don't know how many of you appreciate this. Thanks to my stay in Europe, in France, in early 70s, where I studied capitalism, communism, and socialism in some depth. I met with leaders of all the three isms, and I came to the conclusion that the only way societies can solve the problem of poverty is through creation of jobs. Folks, doesn't matter who says what, the only reality is creation of jobs will lead to reduction of poverty. And therefore, when an unfortunate incident removed the hope and the confidence of 850 low-income families living in Mangalore, it required enormous optimism, enormous can-do spirit, enormous confidence, and enormous hard work to say that we will bring a smile onto the face of these families. I think we must all be very, very grateful to them. There is also a lesson for those of us who are in the corporate sector, and that is, life is always full of ups and downs. It is when you are down that you need a large dose of optimism, a large dose of courage, a large dose of confidence, a large dose of can-do spirit. And Mr. Pai and Mr. Talitaya, by their example, have demonstrated how an event that could have destroyed the soul of so many people was not allowed to do so, and how such an event could indeed lead to a resurrection of the comforts of life for all these people. Let's also remember one important thing, and that is, in these days of profligacy, where our current account deficit, that is exports minus imports, or imports minus exports, as the case may be, is running amok. We are importing so much more than what we export. Every pie counts. That is where, folks, we must be grateful to their American partner. We must be grateful to every one of the customers in the United States who buy these candles, because let's remember that 99.75% of their output is absorbed in the United States. So therefore, this is an occasion when we must thank our friends from the United States for this opportunity of these 850 families to educate their children, to take care of their parents, and to give confidence and hope to their partners. So all in all, I would say that this is a great example for the society, a great example for the workers. It is a great example for corporate leaders. It is a great example for our governments. And it's a great example for the whole of India. Because this can-do spirit is what is needed to revive our economy, which, as you know, is in doldrums. This is the kind of spirit that everybody in India should demonstrate, should revere, should practice, if we want to get back to the days of 9% GDP growth and remove poverty from our midst. Therefore, I am extremely grateful to everybody sitting on the dais here, and more importantly, everybody sitting there, for being such extraordinary role models for the entire country. My best wishes to you people. May you continue to be a role model for all of us. May you continue to prosper. May you become bigger. And may you serve the whole world by enhancing the romance of young couples through these wonderful candles, by dispelling darkness, by creating opportunity of light for many people in many parts of the world where there is hardly any access to electricity. Therefore, you people have an important role to play in the betterment of this world. And with this, thank you very much. Take care.
As a mark of our respect to our chief guest and guest of honor, I request our director, Shri R.K. Sehgal, to felicitate Shri N.R. Narayan Murthy by offering memento.
Last time, if you remember, several years ago, there was a celebration of the Founders' Day, and I spoke to you in Canada. And this time, because of Talitea's daughter who designed this place, she came from England, so I am asked to speak in English. Now, a lot of things have been said. You heard the excellent speech by our guest of honor and Honorable Narayana Murthy. I want to share some personal things about the city of Atlanta. I feel fairly certain you may not know the whole thing, and about our Narayana Murthy. So number one, the city of Atlanta have one thing in common with primacy. Over 100 years ago, city of Atlanta was burned to the ground by the Union forces. So the same way happened in primacy. Do you know what happened to Atlanta? First of all, the spirit of Atlanta is known as Phoenix. That means rising from the ashes. And today, Atlanta, you may not know that Atlanta has the busiest airport in the world. Last year, we had 90 million people went through by the airport. And number two, there's more to come, then you applaud. There's more to come. That is, I was sharing Mr. Nalapatino, that he knows everything, but I told him that, do you know that the city of Atlanta has more corporate headquarters than Houston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco? The only city in United States who has more corporate headquarters is New York and that area of New Jersey. So I'm just trying to tell you from the ashes how far Atlanta has come. So I have full confidence with the support of people that you have. You heard stories from the chief guest about Edison. So I'm saying I have no problem saying that, forecasting that you will rise like Phoenix, like city of Atlanta. And number two, I want you to know about something about Mr. Narayana Murthy. Thank you. So I was going to say that it's customary for me to invite people at my house, and my dinner of corporate CEOs lasts approximately 5 hours. They come in, we talk about them because I grew up with most of them, Mr. Narayana Murthy, And then we have Indian dinner in thalis. And after that, we always have entertainment like Wynton Marsalis, our classical dancer that we bring from New York. So last October, there were 9 CEOs in my house. And there was Mukhtar Kent, he is the CEO of Coca-Cola, Arthur Blank, the co-founder of Home Depot, and then former president of Frank Bizignano, he is the president of the largest bank in the world, JP Morgan, and now he is the CEO brought to Atlanta, he is the CEO of First Data, the largest processing company in the world. So, the conversation came up. I only met you about 2 hours ago. So the conversation came up and I told them that I am going to go to Manipal and going to go to Mangalore, and the chief guest, I'm sorry Mr. Banker, I did not know you at that time, otherwise I would have done some more research about you too. So now when I asked them, what do you think about Mr. Narayana? And do you know, they compared him so nicely. They said, we consider him like Ted Turner. Ted Turner, who's a friend. Let's give him applause for that. And then, not only that, next time you run into these people, Mukhtar Kent and the name I mentioned, they knew about you, they compared you with Steve Jobs. So I think you are well known in the city of Atlanta. And then, it will be a miss if I don't say, as a Minister of Industry, Trade and Tourism for the state of Georgia, like I said, we have more Fortune 500 company headquarters in Atlanta. I would like to request, we'll give you all the tax incentives, we'll give you all the facilities if and when you move the corporate headquarters of Infosys to Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of names have been mentioned. I want to say, we talk about Gautam Pai, he deserves it, Talitaya, but do you know, Vanita Pai, his wife, and Malika, wife of Talitaya, they deserve more credit than these two guys. So let's give them a round of applause also. So, anytime you want to come, I'll leave you my cell phone number. You can call me. It works all the time. So we'll be glad to honor you and move your headquarters and give you a fantastic house to live. Thank you very much. So now they asked me to give you a present. I have no idea what's inside, so please come. Thank you. Please. You have to give me your card. I tell you how fast thing moves. When he had just a minute to say, he said, RK, give me your card. I'll think seriously to move to Atlanta.
I request Mr. Troy Props to felicitate Mr. M. Narendra by offering memento. All our well-wishers are here today to participate in this moment of joy with us. It is more than a duty on our part to thank you. I request Mrs. Jyoti to present the vote of thanks.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to express our gratitude to all who have made this event such a success. On behalf of Primacy Industries, we would like to express our deep thanks to our chief guest, Sri Narayana Murthy, Executive Chairman Infosys, for his inspiring presence in this event. Sir, your simplicity, values and quality of human leadership will always guide us in taking this company forward. We would also like to thank our guest of honor, Sri M. Narendra, Chairman and Managing Director, Indian Overseas Bank, for gracing the occasion and for extending a helping hand whenever we are in need. Our thanks also go to our Chairman, Sri T. Gautam Pai, for his active and wholehearted support. We thank all our directors, Mr. R.K. Sehgal, Mr. Troy Props, Mr. Travis Props, Mrs. Sandhya Pai, Dr. B.M. Hegde, Dr. Maharendra. We thank the various authorities for facilitating our speedy return and making this event today possible. We thank our guests, our business associates, senior government officials who have joined us at the event. We also thank the media for such an extensive coverage of the event. Last but not the least, We thank all our employees for hosting such a grand event. We shall now draw the curtain on the event with national anthem. Please raise.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे